Hello, everyone. My name is Aleksa Andrejevic. I studied at Liverpool Hope University from 2020 to 2023. I had studied international relations and history, so two courses from the humanities department. I'm currently now I then did my master's at King's College London in World History and Cultures. And now I have just started my doctoral research at the history department at King's. When I started researching for universities, I was obviously I'm Maltese, so I was not from the UK when I started my higher education. And when I was looking from Malta, I wanted to have quite a small and exclusive education, particularly in the fields that I was focused on. I was mostly interested in my undergrad years in history, and I wanted to have more research on contemporary history, which I was aware there was Professor Kelly, who was, he's a historian in Irish and modern European fascism. I was aware as well of my international relations interests when I knew I was researching Dr. Costello's and Dr. Catalina's repertoire. And I said I wanted to start off at a small university where I can have a tailored education, especially as an undergrad, when it's a time where you're still just starting off some real serious research, and it's best to start off, having that support, which some other universities don't give. Student experience was both academically and socially something which I very special. I always loved at Liverpool Hope. I realized early on that it was quite easy to get a meeting from them, just walk in to their office in their free time, and you're able to go, and they would tailor their advice to you privately. And it's something that you're able to do quite often, at least. That's something which you realize with other universities is something which you can't really do. You can't really expect a professor at a massive university to accompany everyone who wants like some tailored advice. It's more difficult to build a relationship basically with your professors. Something which is really important, I think, when you start off as an undergrad. When it comes to the social life, I mean, it's Liverpool, and that is a fun place, I can say. The undergrad life was unmatched. You build a lot of friendships, and the life in Liverpool is amazing. The last thing I would say, I think, is the classrooms, the actual lessons. At least for history and international relations, they were small classes, and that meant that the debates that took place in those classrooms were really quite strong. Sometimes we undergrads were rookies in our research, but we debated viciously, but very, support in a very positive way. And that's something which I really appreciated from the academic debates that took place there. So a very good reputation. You learn a lot from your contemporaries, the students there. Everyone comes from a different background. I met so many people who had a different perspective to how to study history, how to look at the past, how to study contemporary affairs in international relations. And through those debates, which I mentioned before, those debates which you would have with your students really teach you how to take other viewpoints into consideration. And I think that helps you in life in general. When it comes to academically, I mentioned going to my professors always to ask for advice. How should I have tackled this question? How should I structure my next essay? I think for me, the main thing then would be my essay writing. You need to start learning how to be very precise, learning exclusive knowledge for specific chapters or specific essays that you have, and that helps you for your academic career. So at the end, the professors will really guide you on how to build a theoretical and research background, which as an undergraduate, it's very important you really get the steps, the basics correct at that stage. Well, the first thing, don't be so, I guess, stressed when you go into your undergrad. It's a really fun time. Again, like undergraduate years, everyone says is like the peak time, like not only to learn but also to have a really fun 3 years. You're starting as like a new person, kind of meeting new people, and everyone is in the same boat, kind of. They just want to socialize and make new friends or new colleagues and start building relationships. And remember, those relationships, they for a lifetime, and they can help you both professionally and even personally. So my advice would be as well to make sure you build a good relationship with your professors. What you're doing is you're entering a society, you're entering an institution, but what you want to do is build a connection to that university that no matter when you leave, you can always come back. I'm very lucky that I'm able to, keep in touch with my former academics, always to, seek advice. And so at the end, like, the best thing is to connect to the university, live the university life, and build a really strong foundations with it.